There are a ton of different jumps in gorilla tag. Some of them are easy, some of them are hard, and some of them are just impossible. However, all three of these types of jumps don't really possess the ability to become the hardest jump in gorilla tag, and here's why. You see, for a jump to be considered extremely hard, you have to take into account three different things. Number one, length. In order for Gorilla Tag's world's hardest jump to be Gorilla Tag's world's hardest jump, it needs to have a certain length to prevent followers from actually being able to complete the jump when behind you. You see, when getting chased by a lava monkey, you and the lava monkey roughly have the same abilities. There are no hindrances that stop you from doing one thing to another. However, there is one advantage that runners always have that taggers don't, and that's the ability to actually know where you're going. Having that knowledge in your head and combining it with a jump that has extreme length prevents lava monkeys from just being able to accidentally make a branch jump, and therefore being able to escape a very hard situation without them being able to stay behind you. Which leads us to the second thing that you need to consider: precisiveness. You see, length can only get you so far when it comes to hard jumps, as if players see you do it enough, they soon start to realize what you're doing and learn from their mistakes, therefore being able to follow you even if you're making a really hard jump. However, combining length with precisiveness can extremely lessen your chances of getting tagged when being chased by a very powerful monkey. You see, normally you guys are familiar with three different types of players: ground players, branch players, and wall players. However, there is also a different set of players that make it pretty much impossible to do a long jump without being followed, and those are long jumpers. You see, these people practice hours and hours a day just making sure they can do long jumps consistently and quickly. Meaning, if you just do a long jump and make the jump, 9 out of 10 times, these people will be right behind you getting ready to tag you. Which means you need to add an extra spin on it. And that's where precisiveness comes in. When adding precisiveness onto length, as I said before, it does give you a less likely chance of being tagged when you're followed by one of those players, as you can slither through a small space and even the best of long jumpers won't realize it. Which brings me to my third and final thing that you need to consider when looking at Gorilla Tag's hardest jump: continuation. Now, what exactly do I mean by continuation? Well, in simple terms, continuation is basically the ability to do a long jump with precisiveness, with also the ability to maintain your speed while doing branches. This allows you to continue doing branching smoothly without any hiccups and leaving it less likely for other monkeys that are also trying to chase you to also tag you. Considering that in some cases there will be multiple people trying to tag you at once, if you do somehow complete the first two steps of precisiveness and length, however you get a stun after you make the jump, leaves an entire window open for other people to come tag you, which isn't an option when considering Gorilla Tag's hardest jump. So the ability to continue yourself after this is crucial. So now, with all that taken into consideration, what exactly is the hardest jump? Well, let me show you. Here it is. This is the starting point for Gorilla Tag's hardest jump. Yeah, probably not what you expected, right? This is the key branch necessary to complete Gorilla Tag's hardest jump, and considering everything I have just talked about. Now let me show you what the full jump actually is supposed to look like. As you guys saw, there were a ton of different things that jump contained. As I dipped in and out of the light stand, the length that I jumped, and at the end when I got stunned, which made it pretty much impossible to continue. Now, with all of these things taken in, all of you guys now know what Gorilla Tag's hardest jump is. At least I think. I've done a significant amount of testing, and that is the hardest one I could find that included all three of those rules. But I don't want to limit myself, because there's a whole Gorilla Tag map. So if you guys find any other hard jumps harder than that, let me know down in the comments. But make sure to include all three rules. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.